Hello, how is everyone going today? So I wanted to do a video regarding this stuff, but I was so busy yesterday going live that I wasn't able to post anything in the group. So I will do it now. So I'm going to one thing I love drawing the most is eyes, and I think almost perfected in that aspect. Not sure, but I'm going to be explaining it. What do you say? What do you say? So I'm going to begin by Laps, can you reduce the volume? So I've seen many guidelines on so many tutorials on how to draw eyes, but I'm going to do the one that I find more simple. It depends on the one or the art style you want to use to draw the eyes, whether or this anime art style, semi-realistic, realistic, anyone, or your own art style. I'm just going to use a small canvas because I don't want my phone to hang anymore. I don't want my phone to hang like that. Yeah. So the particular one that I've seen for most artists is using a circle to like for the guidelines because the eyes is 3D. The eyeball itself is 3D. The eyes is still green. Please. Okay, do it again. Again. Then you make it like a sphere or something like that. Let's look 3D.
Who is that? Okay. Oh, you know.
I don't. Sorry. Okay. So you draw the circle and then you make it look 3D, like a sphere or something like that. So you know how you're drawing the eyes. I don't do that well. I never practiced before I started this stuff. Why is my hand shaky today? Okay, I think that's okay. Let me clean the mistakes around. You can either use your thumb or your fingers to draw anyone you prefer or anyone you feel is more easier to you. So at this point, you go to another layer. Let the layer be on top the one that I did the guidelines. Then you begin. Let me draw this. Let me explain something. You people already know how eyes is now. Like, oh god, my hand is not even helping matters. This place, I'm just giving a rough sketch of how eyes is. This pink place now. This other place like this. Then the lashes. Then the downer lashes. And all this, some people have this stuff under the eyes. And then this stuff. But some people's eyes have this hey, just I forgot what they call it, epithelial curve, that this line here overlaps this place. It's for all these Asian people that I normally see, but yeah, let's continue. So we're going to draw it on the circle to give it that 3D look, because on the norms, eyeball is circle now. It's just skin that is covering it. You get? So that's what I do now. So make sure it follows the circle to still give it that 3D look. My god, I think the circle is a little bit too big. My hand is a bit shaky today. Make it follow the stuff. Swan white eyes or something like that. My hand is shaky. Then you do this. I'm not even doing it all today. And yeah, I'll okay, let's proceed. This one is, there's a mistake here. The circle is something like, it's supposed to be like, oh god, the circle is not supposed to be this big. It's supposed to like be around this size, not that big. So yeah, let's do the iris. If you don't understand anything, ask in the group later and I'll reply to you. And then this stuff. Now I'm going to, oh god, some of us are saying that they're struggling with the drawing in the group, so I'm going to explain something that I saw from another digital artist that I watched concerning painting eyes. Oh god, I think I did this study in another of my stuff. Give me a minute, let me find it. Okay, see in this one, so I was also using circles to draw, but the eyes is not really giving like that. I was just practicing different stuff. I think it's in my sketchbook that my sketchpad that I actually did what I was doing. It's not here. I could have explained it for you, but I'll still do it. Give me a minute. Okay, we're back. Then we'll draw this place under here. I'll explain what I want to explain later. Give me a minute. Okay, let me explain something. So there's this particular artist called Sam Does Art. Let me write his name here so you guys won't forget. He posts on YouTube and TikTok, but most of his tutorials are on YouTube, so I'll recommend it. Oh god, let me reduce the size of text. Yeah, see his name up here. Just search it on YouTube or something. Okay, let's continue. Oh yeah, and the apps, I forgot to say this. The apps that I think are good for digital arts is Medibank. Let me write it down again. Medibank. Even though I've not gotten used to Medibank yet. We have HiPaint. It doesn't really have much functions like Ibis Paint and the rest. I think Ibis Paint is the best for me, and you also have Clip Studio. I think Clip Studio is best for writing all these mangas. I think they can also animate them, I'm not sure, but you can also do illustrations there, so you should try it out. I'm still experimenting on the app. That was what I used to go live the last time and drew there. I've only drawn on the app once, but I'll still check it out. If there's anything I should tell you guys later. So Medibank, HiPaint, Ibis Paint, Clip Studio. That is it. Let's go back to the drawing. So Sam Does Art, this guy, said that when coloring the eyes, this is a sketch. Let's give an instance that the light is coming from up. So this layer of skin is going to cover the light from reflecting to this upper iris side. So when painting the iris, this part of the eyes is going to be darker than here. You get? It actually depends on where the light is reflecting from. If the light is reflecting from here, this side will be lighter and this side will be darker. I don't know if you're getting me. I think I'll explain the concept of light and shadows later, but not today. Okay, so I'm going to do another layer for the line work. I'm going to reduce the opacity of this one so it will not really be blocking me, and so that my liners can be neat. Okay. I'm going to use a better brush. I think the brush that people normally say is good for line art is Falcon pen. Let me find it. Falcon. But before I used to use Deep Pen, but it's not really working for me again. So yeah. Let me also reduce the opacity of this one. Yeah. Okay. Let us begin. I'm going to reduce the brush, not too big. Make the line art neat. Oh god, it's not that neat, just bear with me. This is just tutorial, so I'm not really trying to perfect it. Okay, let me just pause it. Let me finish doing the line art, then I'll show you guys. Okay, we're back. Let us continue. So I finished doing the line art of the eyelids. Now let's do the iris, if I'm correct. If you're not good with line art, it's not a problem. Some people actually paint on their sketch. Not everybody does the line art, but it's not an excuse. Then this place of the eyes that is darker. And like you need to practice, like warm up your hand before you start drawing so that your lines will be straight. I didn't do it here because this is a tutorial. Okay. And now let me explain something concerning lashes. Some people just draw their lashes in one direction, like everything like this, which is wrong. Lashes go in 3 directions. See, this is the upper eyelid, goes like this, and like this. Now let's do it here. It's your choice if you want the lashes to be collective or just separate. I don't really want to make it look realistic, so I'm doing my own collective. If you think you cannot remember the way the lashes is flowing, you like use another layer and put the guidelines so you don't forget. It's not a must to use guidelines, it's not a must. We can survive without guidelines. You like reduce the lashes at this point because you don't want, that's how lashes are. I made a mistake somewhere. It depends on how the person's eyes is open. Some people like drawing their lashes to be like, let me do it, to be like going down like this. Depends on how open the person's eyes is, yeah. Can also make the lashes like, okay, I'll explain that later. Then do the same thing for the lower lashes. Some people like doing the lashes like down here. I also like doing that. I'm going to do that. Depends, yeah. Depends. If you want to learn how to draw your own anime art style, you can tell me and I'll do tutorial for that one too. But let's just continue with this one first. The lashes may be looking a bit off today because I don't know why. But let's continue. Then you can choose between whether you want to like do normal. Let me do another layer for the shading. Normal traditional sketching like how you used to on the norms. Or let me first do it. Traditional, like how you used to shade your stuff traditionally. You can also do the same thing digitally. No one's holding you. No one's gonna beat you up. So you can make your digital work look traditional. I'm flipping around with your way. It's alright. We can do this. I'm working together with you guys. So, we come here. We color the shit like no one ever did before. Oh god, I don't know why my sketch is looking weird today. But nonetheless, I don't know that she's pencil for the stuff. Pencil. Let's use that. I don't know. It's premium. Never mind. Let's just rely on our Falcon brush. Let me reduce the opacity or something. It's going to be add another layer, but it will be below the sketch. If you have problems with understanding why I'm using so many layers. I'll explain it later. You understand later with time. I'm going to like add here. For me, the light is coming from up, so I'm making the upper, like the iris. I'm making the upper side darker, or whatever. Anyone you prefer, not my business. So I'm going to reduce the opacity of this stuff because I don't want it to be black like you. Are you seeing that? Do you see that? Now, some people would love to leave it like this, but no, we are not done. Let's add a little bit of shading. Are you seeing that? I'm forgetting. I've said Jesus Christ. Like I've forgotten how to put highlights in the eyes. Look like some Barbie doll. Anyway, that's not too bad. So yeah, this, you call this one the traditional shading or whatever you prefer, or you could do normal digital drawing stuff. How long has this taken? How long? It's not even showing. Anyways, so let me clean all these guidelines I did, so not be distracting us from the main stuff. So there are two ways you can color something, you know. I explained it in the last time, but there's not everybody that was there. Like, it's not everyone that was, you know. Some new members came. Yeah, some new members came. So we gotta not do that. I'm cleaning the guidelines because we don't really need it now. Let me clean up the stuff too. Perfect. So this is the eyes. The eyes looking a bit off today. Forgive me, I don't know what's wrong with my hand. I'm not done with sketch. I'm not done with shading the eyes up. I forgot. Oh shit. The light is coming from up, so I shouldn't shade that. It's more like this. Yeah. Then need to do something. Reduce the opacity. Use the brush. Looks like the light is coming from up. There'll be shadows on the upper side of the eye or something like that. Even in anime, you see that they used to do the same thing. They make shadows on top of the eyes. I'm trying to create my own manga. My dad's strength. Can also do the shading like this. Increase that. Shade that stuff like you've never shaded before. Shade like your life depends on it. You get, you shade like you shade your map. My god, no sentence. You see how shading can save your life? See how shading can save your drawing? It is well. So your choice to watch the video, no my business. Or, you know, like this is the, something is off with these eyes. Something is most definitely off with these eyes. Am I the only one that's saying it? I'm not perfect, I also make mistakes. Do you think it's better now? I forgot to shade this down part lashes. Let's do that. My phone is 19%, so I'm going to try my best to be fast. So sorry if I'm taking your time. Bear with me, my children. Oh my god, it's crazy. Are you seeing the magic? Are you seeing the work of God in your life? Ooh la la. Could you ever? That's better. That is so much better. Now we begin the main course. I said like you could just live like this. But why be boring? Now you could choose to paint to values. Values is like from white to black. Thus like lighter values of black, retain lighter shadows and stuff. Or you could paint it to colors. So I'm going to do first. There are two ways I color on iris paint. First you could let me look for how I'll do this now. You could bring a layer. It will be under your sketch, but there's so many sketches now. Okay, only 3 layers that I did sketches on. So let me erase this stuff. Yeah. You did under your sketch. See the one, this layer 4 is under all of our sketches. Under our line art, I mean. So I'm going to, sorry, give me a minute. Then you bring a brush. Any brush of your choice. I don't really give a shit. Then any color you use, like the sketch won't be covered, like the line art won't be covered by the paint or something like that. Let it be under your sketch. Let the layer be under your sketch. Are you seeing? Yeah, that's the thing. So let me paint it like this, then I'll explain how to paint it with colors. Oh no, this is something I need to explain first. But it's alright. I'll explain that later. Be calm. I will fix this. Use a lighter version because how do I explain this now? I said that light is reflecting from up. You get, so here in the eyes is going to be dark, and here is going to be light. Because if you don't understand yet, you tell me later. I'll explain it for you. I wish I can be going live now, but I can't because I'm doing this. Is what I asked for, sure. So yeah, let's add a different tone. Not exactly. I don't like that. Make it a little bit darker. Reality is lemons and the internet's a lemonade. I think there is a settings in this stuff to make your colors to be only in values, but I don't know where the setting is in this app. I'll browse the data and tell you guys. What's that noise now? And then I was saying that you make this side of the eyes darker. Let's do it now. I think my name will soon be called Ooh La La. You get, like, I'm adding the shadows under the iris for some unknown reasons. If you have sense, you understand. If you don't, none of my business. Yeah, let's add some highlights in this place too, because light is going to be shining there, of course. If you understand, you understand. If you don't, none of my business. And I'll use this one to add shadows in places that only God knows where it's from. Add shadows. If you don't understand anything, make sure to ask me. You know the lashes is raising up, so there'll be, add shadows of the lashes around the stuff. The shadow is meant to be on the, how do I even explain this now? That's not the right way. Let me explain something. Since the light is coming from here, it will reflect on these lashes. Let me use a lighter color and explain what I'm doing. It will reflect on these lashes, and then the shadows of the lashes will now be around these places. So let's do that. I'm going to use a darker color, so it'll be like shadows. Adora, I think Chideba is calling you. Like, mom is calling you. Adora.
Yes.
Come on. Let's do this. What was I doing just now? Oh God, I just forgot what I was doing. Okay, let us add the shadows of the lashes. The lashes has sharp tips, so I'm going to make the brush, like the tip of my pen, to be sharp. Okay. Why smell like sweet?
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. Let's continue and add the shadows of the stuff. Make. Oh my God, I forgot I was not painting. I forgot I paused the video. I added the final highlight in this place. In this place, I added highlights here, and you do your watermark because you don't want any beige to be seen in your work. And let me add some here. Yeah, that is that. Also added highlights here. Just make it extremely white, like your ass. Okay, that is that. I'll see you guys later, and I'll explain how to draw it with colors next time. If you want to tell me any questions, you ask. Thank you very much for watching.